All right, everyone. Just shooting a quick vid to show the progress I've made on my 3UZ Cressida swap. I've had the motor setting in the car for quite a period of time. I just didn't feel like wiring up the electronics because it was hot here in Virginia. We're in the fall now. We're actually damn winter, and been spending time working on the wiring more. Just to recap some of the things I did to get the motor in here pretty good. I went with a 93 MR2 master cylinder to make sure that I could clear the valve cover. When I install the motor, I push it back as far as I can against the firewall, and sometimes the booster will be in the way. But the MR2, the 93 MR2 booster, works perfect, bolts up, and even the original Toyota Cressida master cylinder will bolt right up with no issue. Fuel related problem I overcame. The 1UZ and the 3UZ do not have a return on the fuel rail. The Lexus chassis that they came in, there's a fuel pressure regulator built into the fuel pump assembly in the gas tank, so there's no return on the fuel rail. But the Tundra and the Sequoia with the 4.7 liter Toyota V8 have the return on the rail, and they bolt right up to the 4 liter and the 4.3 liter. The only thing that I did, I mounted the rail on the left side of the motor, or the driver's side here in the US. The rail is actually on the passenger side of the 4.7. So I just turned it around, mounted it on the driver's side rail. I also, here's another one that I have, and when it comes on the 4.7, as you can see, the regulator points towards the front. All I did was unbolt the regulator and flipped it around and bolted it back down so that the outlet will point towards the firewall. The other thing I had to do, when you pull the rail off of the 4 liter or the 4.3, there's a little flat spot right here that you'll have to take a file and match that flat spot on the 4.7 liter rail so that the hard fuel line will bolt right on. There's a little tab on the fuel line of the 4 liter and the 4.3 that will not allow the rail to sit flush on this boss if you don't file that down to match the original rail. After that, it's all to go pretty good. Threw the wiring harness on right quick because I was anxious to see the motor run after I completed most of the wiring. So the harness is just sitting on the motor. I grounded it right here. I didn't even plug in the leads to the automatic transmission yet. I just wanted to see if the motor would run. Come in here, see my wiring. Needs to be cleaned up. It's actually not too bad. Just have some wires I need to remove. It looks like a rat's nest right now because I have a few more wires that I need to finish, but it won't be too much of a problem. I only have a couple wires left to this gray plug right here. The gray plug runs the immobilizer. If you've seen some of my other videos, pretty much did the same thing. Have a box here with the key in it, and then here's the amplifier. The box has a key reader and the key, or the antenna and the key inside. What I did, the ECU has a lead that will activated LED to indicate whether or not your immobilizer is working. And what I did, I wired it up to the courtesy light on the steering wheel. So when my immobilizer is working, or is active, the key ring will flash. When I turn it on, it'll solid flash, then it'll go out. That lets me know that the immobilizer has now been deactivated and the car is ready to start. I'm not ready to start it yet. Turn it off and it'll flash again. Didn't have to do that, but just something that I liked, so I went on ahead and did it. I'm also going to wire up the E-shift so that even though I'm leaving the car automatic, I can have a little fun with the E-shift. So I have a Lexus IS 300 steering wheel with the up and down button on the steering wheel. I was okay with the Lexus emblem, even though it's a Toyota, but I then found out, just by chance, this will come off, of course, and from a Toyota Celica, a 2000, put that right on, and bam, now I'm legit Toyota, and it fits perfect like it belongs. So I'm going to run with the Toyota airbag cover on it. But just to show you everything's working, there's that cool immobilizer light. Turn it on, the light goes out, and she's running. Turn it off, and the immobilizer comes back on. I'm gonna clean up the wiring. Got a couple more tricks I want to do, and I would say maybe in another month, or actually during the Christmas season, I'm actually gonna be able to drive this by New Year's. I put up a video of me driving this by New Year's Eve. Y'all have a good day.